Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. A new private bill titled A Bill for an Act to Substitute the Annexure to Decree 24 of 1999 with a new governance model for the Federal Republic of Nigeria is trending on social media. Under the new bill, every ethnic nationality and people in Nigeria will have an unconditional right to self-determination. To self-determination. The bill is also seeking a return to the regional system of government, and the person who has originated this bill is Dr. Akin Fapo Hunda. He is the one that has proposed this bill. The private bill was titled A Bill for an Act to Substitute the Annexure to Decree 24 of 1999 with a new governance model for the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It also suggested scrapping of the presidential system and reintroduction of the parliamentary system and the return to unicameral legislature, as well as a provision for self-determination by any section of the country which desires so. The bill promoter added that the 36 states of the Federation should be scrapped and Nigeria should be returned to the regional system of government. Now, since this bill started trending on social media, there have been several reactions. Okay? And the reaction from sections of the North show that they are against the bill. The bill has not formally been presented. In fact, they are already presenting it as Bola Ahmed Tinubu agenda. But I don't know whether it is so, because as the way I'm seeing it, I understand that even the National Assembly is denying the bill. It's not, this is a private bill. The National Assembly cannot deny what they have now yet seen. This is a proposal that this doctor wants to probe. That's a proposal he's making. Perhaps not formally presented it to the National Assembly, but it's, and maybe he wants to test the waters by leaking it in the media, okay, or by leaking it out in the social media. So there have been reaction. The reaction from the North has not been supportive of it. They see it as a Tinubu agenda, even though there's no indication that this person proposed this bill at the behest of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But it is also important that every time self-determination is mentioned in Nigeria, people get frightened. Self-determination is a right that is allowed even under the African Union. And there are several African countries that have the right to self-determination written in their constitution. Just as this man is proposing that it should be, we should have it written in our constitution clearly that people of Nigeria, sections of Nigeria who have similarities in language, cultural similarities and anything, if they agree together and say that they want to exit from Nigeria, that they should have the right to do so. Right to self-determination does not mean automatic disintegration of a country. There is right to self-determination in the Constitution of Ethiopia. Section 39 of the Ethiopian Constitution specifically stated it, of the right of every section of Ethiopia to seek for self-determination. And South Africa also have it in its constitution, among other African countries. But it doesn't mean that Ethiopia has disintegrated. I think it was Eritrea also that was able to pull out of Ethiopia. But still, other parts of Ethiopia still remain intact. Of course, there may be people who may want to leave Ethiopia from the Ethiopian Union. South Africa is intact since he got rid of apartheid system. So because self-determination is mentioned, some people begin to panic. It's not something for people to panic. Because self-determination is a right. It's supposed to even be included in this constitution, in the constitutional review. The right to self-determination. It's a right that even the African Union recognizes. So it's not something that should make people to panic. Of course, we all know that the presidential system has not served us right. It has not served us right at all. The presidential system has not served us right. The presidential system is so expensive, so corrupt, that if we need to get rid of it, we should be able to get rid of it. We should be able to get rid of it if it's not serving us well. And only recently, you know that the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, when he was in the United States, delivering a lecture at Harvard Law School, he spoke on the need for Nigeria to embrace the parliamentary system of government. And some of the reasons he gave is that under the presidential system of government, a leader who is voted for, you can't do anything to him until the next 4 years. You can't do anything to him, even though you are now discovered that he's a bad leader. Whereas in a parliamentary system of government, you can pass a vote of no confidence on the president. Because under the parliamentary system, the president will be elected from among the members of parliament. Just like Tafawa Balewa was elected prime minister from among his fellow parliamentarians. So you can pass a vote of no confidence on a poorly performed or a bad leader after 1 or 2 years, instead of allowing him to mess up the country for 4 years while you wait for the next election. That makes a lot of sense as far as I can see. And he also talk about the fact that in a parliamentary system, you cannot have the kind of president we have had in the last 8.5 years or the last 9 years. President that don't talk to Nigerians. When was the last time Bola Ahmed Tinubu spoke to Nigerians? When was the last time that Buhari in 8 years talked to Nigerians? In a parliamentary system, as Peter Obi rightly pointed out, every month it is compulsory that the prime minister or the president must talk to the members of the parliament. It is an occasion for the president to tell his police, because you are president doesn't mean you are above any other person. You are just first among equal. You are a member of the parliament before your colleagues voted you up there. You talk to them, tell them the state of the nation. You can see even the last this joint session of the National Assembly. Many had expected that in 1 year of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he would talk to Nigerians, use that opportunity to talk to Nigerians of the state of the nation. Instead, he was just speaking about things that are irrelevant to the needs of Nigeria, because Nigerians want to know the direction of the country. But he was busy talking about how his National Assembly is important, how even himself, if not from National Assembly where he started as a senator, he wouldn't have been president today and all that. That was not what was needed. What was needed was, what is the president, what has he done on his security in the last 1 year? What has he done on the economy? What has he done about infrastructure? What has he done about the bad roads in the country? In fact, it was an opportunity for him to tell us the real reason he wanted to build coastal road from Lagos to Calabar at the cost of over 16 trillion naira, when virtually all the roads in the country are bad and they are not maintained. These are the kind of things he was expected to do. But he was busy talking about other things that doesn't matter. And then at the end of the day, they passed the bill on new national anthem and all that. That couldn't have happened in a parliamentary system where the president is expected to talk to the people. So a parliamentary system is going to make it compulsory once a month for the president to talk to Nigerians. Not unlike what we have now. What we have now is that you have a president that may decide not to talk to you for a whole 4 years. We knew what we passed through under Buhari. It was like a big deal when Buhari talks to Nigerians. Whereas it was taken for granted. You know that Goodluck Jonathan was always talking to Nigerians. Provided opportunity for Nigerians to know how the government was being run. But you didn't see that in Buhari and Tinubu, because we are practicing a presidential system of government where they can decide not to talk to anybody. All they can do is to send their attack dogs to be insulting everybody who question their capacity and their mismanagement of the resources or their misdirection of the country or whatever they are doing wrong. They will send their attack dogs to be attacking the person. Whereas in a parliamentary system, the president must compulsorily appear there to explain the direction of the country and his policies and programs. Now, they just throw up any policy. You either take it or leave it. So, doing away with the presidential system of government, I'm for it. I support it wholeheartedly. Because one, it is less expensive. Two, it will make us to hold the leader accountable to the people. Because right now the leader is aloof to the sufferings of Nigerians. So they don't get information. Instead, they send out people to be attacking government. They will just insult people who are calling the government out. Because those who are in government are there because of the people. It is the people that put them there, supposedly, if the election was free and fair. Okay? It's the people that put them there. And they have to be held accountable. Even when they bulldoze their way inside, they rig themselves inside there, they still ought to be held accountable. Because they are now claiming that they won the election genuinely. So they have to be held accountable. So in a parliamentary system, they will be held accountable. And the country will be better for it. Instead of this presidential system of government. All in all, if this proposal is allowed to materialize, it will be good for the country. There is nothing to fear about it. No section of the country should feel alienated from it. It will make our country better. Already you can see that in the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, many of the states are not even viable. You see Nigerian Labour Congress talking about 615,000 minimum wage. How many states can be able to afford 615,000 minimum wage right now, on the way this federal government of Nigeria is structured? But many states, if they combine and become regions, could be able to find a way out. There is no law that they say that the minimum wage in Nigeria must be one. The minimum wage in southern Nigeria could be different from the minimum wage in northern Nigeria. The minimum wage in southeast Nigeria could be different from the minimum wage in south Nigeria. The minimum wage in south Nigeria could be different from the minimum wage in northeast Nigeria, each according to its capacity. Then we are talking about a true federalism, true federation. So I think it's an idea that the National Assembly should not discard it. It's an idea that they should look into it. Of course, it's an idea that will affect them. Now they are enjoying two parliaments, Senate and House of Reps. Now we're talking about unicameral, where we talk about only one parliament. Some of them will not be able to come to the Abuja again, but because of their own selfish interest doesn't mean that the country will not need it. Because look at it, if the number of those coming to Abuja is reduced, the wage bill of the government in taking care of the greeds of politicians who parade themselves as lawmakers in Abuja and who end up not doing much for the interest of the country will be drastically reduced. It will make the center unattractive and the regions vibrant, and Nigeria will be better for it. I'm all for it, to be frank. I hope this is pushed further. I hope it's pushed further so that this country can make headway in terms of development. Because, to be frank, the presidential system has not served us well. It costs us a lot of money. Look at how much we spend to maintain lawmakers, maintain the bicameral legislation in Abuja. And then look at how much we spend to take care of ministers and all that and all that. We don't need all that. We need a slim government that will work for the people. And if regional government can do that, so be it. So be it. And the issue that people are getting scared because the person who proposed is also talking about enshrining right to self-determination in it. There's nothing wrong in that. It's supposed to be even in the 1999 Constitution. We ought to have it there, the right to self-determination. It's a right that is available in several African countries and around the world. And having it doesn't mean that your country is going to disintegrate, but it's a reminder to everyone. Don't maltreat any section of the country because they can decide to pull out. That will be a check for those who go about raising shoulders that they are the ones that own Nigeria. If you can have such self-determination enshrined in the Constitution, in a parliamentary system of government, people will stop raising their shoulder in telling us those who can never rule this country and those who can never be anything in this country, knowing that if they continue with that mentality, those people can pull out of Nigeria constitutionally without any noise. So having right of self-determination is not a right to disintegrate. It is a right that puts everybody in check so that everyone will work for the unity of Nigeria, knowing that every part matters. And if you say a part doesn't matter, that part can decide to pull out. I can tell you for free, if we have a regional government, this issue of herdsmen would have been taken care of, because some regions that will not tolerate it can, because of herdsmen, pull out of Nigeria. Yes, they can decide. If government of Nigeria cannot handle it, and they treat people who complain with disdain, they can decide to look, this is an existential issue. If this cannot be handled by the government of Nigeria, that they cannot stand their people being killed and their communities being occupied and taken over, say, look, let us invoke self-determination so that the herdsmen can stay in their own part of the country and do whatever they want to do. So it's a good thing if we have a constitution, like if we have this kind of law bill, if it is passed, it will put everyone in check. It will put the herdsmen in check. It will put the bandits in check. It will put everyone in check, knowing that there is consequences for anybody who think that others does not matter in Nigeria. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.